Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold onto your hats because there's some serious buzz swirling around the league right now, and it involves one of the most impactful linebackers in the NFL, Roquan Smith. Rumor has it that the Baltimore Ravens, sitting comfortably at 9-3 with a pretty tight cap situation of around $19 million, are considering shipping out Smith in a blockbuster deal to the Chicago Bears. This isn't just some rumor. Multiple sources, including Adam Schefter, have suggested that the Ravens are looking to trade away Smith for a second-round pick in 2026, with a focus on bolstering their secondary and tweaking their roster for a deep playoff push. It's a move that could shake up the division in a huge way, and for Bears fans, it's one of those moments that could define the rest of the season. So what's the backstory here? Well, the Ravens are clearly prioritizing their cap space and roster flexibility, especially with the looming necessity to extend Lamar Jackson and keep their core intact. They're also focusing on improving their pass rush and secondary, areas that can always be fine-tuned when you're in a tight playoff race. The idea is to shed some cap and acquire a proven star linebacker in Smith, who's been a staple of the Ravens' defense since he was drafted back in 2018. It's a classic case of a team trying to optimize their roster for a championship run, and Smith fits that mold perfectly. The Bears, meanwhile, have been eyeing linebacker help to address some injuries and gaps in their front seven, especially after Hippolyte Ii's injury with a rib issue in Week 7. Bringing in Smith would give the Bears an immediate boost, elevating their overall tackling efficiency and leadership on defense. Let's take a closer look at Roquan Smith himself, because this isn't some ordinary linebacker. Drafted in 2018, Smith quickly established himself as one of the league's best at his position. Over his career, he's amassed over 800 tackles, including 20 sacks, and earned an impressive PFF grade of 89, 4 over his entire tenure. That's elite production. He's been selected to 5 Pro Bowls and was named All-Pro in 2023, highlighting his status as a premier defensive player in the league. In 2025, he's played 13 games, recording 85 solo tackles, 45 assists, 130 combined stops, along with 15 sacks, 2 interceptions for 42 yards, and maintaining an outstanding coverage grade of 87. His metrics show a player who's not just a sideline tackler but a true playmaker, capable of changing the course of a game with his instincts and reaction time, which, by the way, is around 0. 9 seconds, one of the quicker reaction times among linebackers. In Week 8, Smith was showing why he's so highly valued, with 12 tackles and an interception that helped shift momentum. His minimal injuries this season only reinforce his durability and consistency, qualities that any playoff contender covets. If the Ravens do move him, it's expected that his presence in Chicago could lead to a significant boost, an estimated plus 170 stops in 2024, which would be massive for a defense that's been striving to improve its tackling and run-stopping efficiency. The comparison to Wagner's trade in 2025, which boosted the Seahawks' tackles by around plus 150, is quite fitting. Smith's elite instincts and reaction time make him a perfect fit for a Bears defense that's looking to take a step forward. Now, why would the Ravens trade Smith, especially considering his age at 28? Well, that's part of the calculus. The Ravens are focused on managing their cap hit of about $22 million, and with their roster construction, they're prioritizing their pass rush and secondary. Think about it, they're dedicating cap space to signing veterans, similar to how the Bengals allocated around $11 million to some key vets for Lamar Jackson's extension. Baltimore's strategy seems to be about balancing star power with cap flexibility, and moving Smith can open up some space for upgrades elsewhere. For the Bears, this move is nothing short of transformative. Adding Smith to their defense would improve their tackle efficiency by roughly 19%, with an expected increase of around 60 stops. It would also lead to a 13% reduction in opponent points per game, bringing that number down to a more manageable 19. 4 points. That's a huge step, considering the Bears' recent defensive struggles. comparing Smith's stats to the current linebacker duo of Tremaine Edmonds, who has a PFF grade of 83. 2. The addition of Smith would elevate their sideline coverage by around 10% and significantly improve run defense, reducing yards allowed per game by approximately 20. That's a game changer, especially against divisional rivals like the Packers and Vikings, where every stop and turnover can tilt the balance. Speaking of the Super Bowl, this move could carry some serious implications for the Bears' championship odds. Currently sitting at plus 3,000, the addition of a player like Smith could improve those odds to around plus 1,700, making Chicago a more serious contender. Pro Football Reference highlights that elite linebackers like Smith can add around plus 2 wins to a team's season, and their presence often correlates with improved turnover margins by as much as plus 12%. It's clear that having a linebacker of Smith's caliber on your roster isn't just about stops. It's about changing the entire defensive dynamic and giving the team more opportunities to score and win close games. Looking at the larger picture, this trade isn't just about one player. It's about building a legacy for the Bears' linebacker core. It signals a new wave of optimism in Chicago, a team that's been trying to find the right pieces to contend consistently. The Ravens, on the other hand, are trying to maximize their window, knowing that a move like this, if it pans out, could push them closer to their first Super Bowl appearance in years. Both teams see the value in this deal. It's a chess match, and for Bears fans, it's an exciting glimpse into the future, a future where their defense could be one of the league's most feared. So, as this story unfolds, it's clear that the potential trade of Roquan Smith is more than just a roster move. It's a statement of intent from both sides. The Ravens are making a calculated move to fine-tune their roster for a deep playoff run, while the Bears are positioning themselves to take a big step forward in their rebuild. For fans, it's a thrilling time. The possibility of adding such a talented linebacker could be the missing piece to finally unlocking the Bears' championship potential. It's a move that could define the season, and whether or not it happens, it's impossible to ignore the buzz and what it means for the future of Chicago Bears football. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.